Hey everyone, just getting set up here. Not a long stream tonight. We just testing new setup. I've basically got a new graphics card, so I'm just giving that a whirl right now. Just seem to have lost all my settings though for no XLR, so. And then also, annoyingly, OBS seems to have changed around a little bit. I don't know why graphics card would do that, but anyway. Possibly something to do with me. Maybe I've not plugged it into the same USB point or something. I don't know. Anyway. So if there's any sound issues, do let me know. I should be streaming a big stream tomorrow. Like most of the day. I've got kids are away, so I'm going to spend most of it playing DU, I think. Probably, anyway. I've been playing some Satisfactory as well. Been hammering that when I can. Well, I say hammering an hour here or there. But yeah, that's been good. Right, so after some honeycomb. Is that all you? I bet you that's one. So, for the stream now, we're going to head up to the space station we built the other night. It's not... It's a platform at the moment, but I'm just taking stuff that I'm going to need to build a QPU ship. Let's take all of them. Take all of them. Let's take all of them. Let's take all of them. Oh. Okay, we can come back for more. I need engines actually, aren't we? Let's drop the honeycomb. Don't need all this grey honeycomb just yet. You know what? I can't remember what combination I was going to go for. I think we'll put... Let's put 4. Just take 4 for now. Okay. Hey Braveheart, how's it going, man? So I'm trying to remember everything I'm going to need. I obviously need adjusters, retro rocket brakes, the core itself, some fuel tanks, engines, guns. I'm going to need ammunition, but I'm probably going to have to do another run for the ammo. I'm good, man. Just not a late stream tonight or anything. Been at a bonfire, so I'm just testing out a new set. I've got a new graphics card, so I can basically use my camera again. I couldn't before. I think there was just my graphics card was on the brink, and I was using OBS, and too much on OBS. It was causing problems. I still don't think I've solved everything yet. I might need to upgrade the CPU and motherboard. They're about 5-year-old, but I went for a new graphics card, and that seems to have made some improvements at least. So I'm just testing that tonight, but I'm going to do a big stream tomorrow. Are you still You still chipping away on the third verse? Tell you what we can in honeycomb now. We can do another run for ammunition. We're not going to get it all finished tonight, I'd imagine, anyway. Actually, I've been spending more time on the Isle. How are you getting on there? Oh, you know what? I didn't test something. Forgot fuel. I need fuel. Oh, that's close. I thought I was going to hit the ground there. That would have been a good start of the stream. So this. I'm really pushing this ship. 425 tons. I should take that one actually. Why don't I just use my mission runner? Should totally do that. There's no voxel on it, but I nearly got my tri-scanner finished. It's more or less done. Sorry, and I'm getting distracted here. But I need probably... Hello? Oh. That's not working very well. Is it because of how high it is? I need to work on that. Maybe a bit more work than I thought. On the Isle. But yeah, I've done most of it. I need to sort out the back of it. Do a little bit more decor in here. Not too much though. I'm not gonna go crazy. Right, this is what we're doing. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I almost feel foolish. Oh shit, do you know what I did forget? I forgot to start control units. Remote controls, we're going to need one of them. I could buy some, but I'm just going to need them. So I might as well just start the industry for it quickly. Because these will be going on every... So the uncommon assembly excess. Let's grab one of them. Let's link to mist container. I think the small, it's on a medium and it's not reaching the bottom, so I think the small one would probably, if anything, I would maybe need to go to a large, but then it'll be like always open even when you start, because it'll just probably encompass the whole ship. Access, that was it. So you sold the node on the Isle. Are you still finding you need money then? On yonder Isle. Have you tried the PvE stuff? Sorry for the million questions. Yeah, I'll show you. Show me. So if we come here, right, enter build mode. That is our detection zone. That's an M. Yeah, so if we put an S in and we stood here, it wouldn't detect us. The M is probably only just about doing it. So that's... So if we put an S in, it's going to be even... May not even reach the ground. And if you're not on a level parking, then it may not do, as we saw there with the M. So I was on here. So if I just move that up a little bit. See? It's not opening. So... Just about got it there. So if any... I do have larges, but they're fucking massive. Watch this. So if I put that on... Basically, I'd have to put it... Like... Maybe there. Actually, within... Yeah, that might be alright, actually, a large. I could have just deleted that link, but never mind. I think we might be alright with a large, just further back. Oh, life. To actually manually open the doors. Where's our little relay? Oh, you just... Where's the relay? Have I buried it? Just buried it over here. Down here. There it is. Oh, actually I've got to be really careful. It's mostly just flat stuff, but let's just do some backing out. Oh, nice. How's the economy there then? Are you able to sell stuff okay then? Wow, this song's annoying. Okay. Let's put that large detection zone back in. Ah, right, okay. So you can get the quanta. That's good. So I think here... Excuse me, door. Yeah, we don't want to be in the seat and the doors to be open. So that's okay. We can delete this one. Or we can link our new one to our new relay. Which I will not hide. I shouldn't do that, really. It will make it a nightmare for anyone wanting to repair the ship. AKA me. And I inevitably crash this puppy. Right. Back to the job in hand. You'll have to let me know what the NPC changes they've made on there. I should really just get a PvP ship. I'm training stuff on there actually. I've got both my characters training. So I'll make sure I'm keeping on top of that. And what I'll do is probably just try and get some more scanning done. I found I hadn't found anything on the island. I've done loads of scans as well. Are they? Right, okay. Yeah, I'm getting to the stage in the game now where I'm like, I need to shoot stuff. As lovely as building all this stuff is, I need stuff to explode in front of me. Preferably not my own stuff, but I'll take that over nothing right now. So hence me doing the PvE stuff. But this is still worthwhile doing anyway. It'll get me back into, like, you know, remembering how to fly and shoot my guns and things like that and all that good shit. Okay, so we need an uncommon assembly access. Let's throw that down. Let's get this done. I'm getting distracted with my tri-scanner. Fucking thing took way too long to build. I did enjoy it, but it took way too long. Let's maintain 10 of those. And link it up to... I believe I have... I don't. I'll put it in weapons and radar, because it kind of fits in there. Right. And we need uncommon components. Right here. Yeah, I've been playing Satisfactory. Toby one. Oh, they've got Toby one working on it. Oh, he knows his shit. That guy knows his shit, that's for sure. That's really cool. And and there was a friend of mine, Luna as well. He was in Atom. I was in Atom with him. He started his own server called The Settlers, and I think he's looking at various stuff. So I was talking to him a bit about PvP stuff as well. That I think we need to see something. Need something to bring the PvPers back. Fuck! I should just get on the island, shouldn't I? In my head, I'm like, should I just sat this off now and just go? Head over there. Why aren't these making? Oh, it's advanced electronics, that's right, because I'm idiot. Well, hang on. Right, I'm just gonna check because I've got two accounts on there actually. So I know one is check the island. There's the Infinity Corp as well. It's just the population, man. Suppose everyone needs to be on one server. No. I'll start a ruckus for that. That's the whole point of multiple servers. People can choose their playstyle. think I was doing all the industry stuff, which was stupid, really, for that server. At least to get going. Right. Yeah, piloting. Not done anything weapons-wise either. I think I was doing... Yeah, if they got PvP right, it'd be a game changer. It would just be like... There'd be no competition. There's no competition whatsoever. So this guy's doing industry stuff. I really lost some frame rate drops. Drop that a bit. I'd even built like a little space hoverboard, so I can do like this. Just come over to the. I'm on Alioth Moon 1. Yeah, Alioth Moon 1. So there's nothing on this, but I'm within 15 kilometers of the market. So I can just kind of go. Oh, set my link container. I should be able to insta sell it. No buyers. Oh shit. Oh yeah, you were saying all the buy orders are on. I think they're on Alioth, aren't they? Oh no, a GS space market. Holy shit. Right. How much money have I got here? Where's my base? So I have that. I have 28 million. Oh, right. Okay, so you have to list it and it'll buy it. And it'll do it from any market. Right, I need to check what my alt's doing on this. Just gonna check on it. It's on another PC at the moment. So, I think he's doing PvP stuff. If that is the case, and that's okay, because I'm okay to leave this guy on. Industry for a bit. I do like the third verse for all the economy. Some bot is tree. Fucking nothing at the moment. You bought me alt. The mission running bot is what it used to be in the live game. He's got all the container proficiency up. And he has... Oh, I'll tell you what. It's ace, actually. Let's get him to boost that. Sorry, you won't be able to see this at the moment. But it's just here. So if we go into build mode on the ship, he's got max piloting. So if I just reapply talents, went up a bit. Not as much as I was hoping though. It'll do. Okay. He does need to start trading weapons. Radar capacity. He's got most of that up. Let's get M up. Okay, and then weapons, we need gunner seat capacity. Hey Muttley. Sorry, I'm just on my ult at the moment, so I'm just on this dude here. This is on the Isle. So get medium gunner capacity to maximum. Get that. Okay, and then I think we'll go with... I'll start with cannons, as I did on... Cannon capacity. Ah, shit's gonna take 5 days. Yeah, I'll get this stuff training, and then we'll come back to the Isle. I might leave my ult on there though, doing a few scans on here, and then we'll head back over and we'll work on the PvE ship on the Isle, because at least on the third verse, because at least I'm ready to go on there. I'm ready to use a ship that once it's built, and then we could probably transfer that over to here, or at least, yeah, we could transfer it over, because whatever I build there should be applicable in PvE/P, you know, It may not be fully optimized for PvP, but it'll be a starting point. Yeah, and then I can work on something specifically. And but we need something to fly. We need something to shoot with. What have you? And we're in a better place to build that on the third verse right now. And pilot and test more critically. Yeah, we'll get you going over there. Right, just set that off there. So we just set up some remote controllers. We've got 3 of them. That's good enough to go with now. We'll take a few more things up. We'll take some ammunition up to the space station. Oh yeah, I saw that you can. They've got an automated system for doing uploads. I'll definitely be checking that out. Tell you what, I am interested in what my task manager's saying, because yeah, it's fucking CPUs through the roof right now. Like it's basically pinned at between 98 and 100% on CPU. Before, so I've got a new graphics card. I'm on the third verse now. I was on the aisle just then. I've switched over, just to keep you on your toes. Oh, sorry, you mean where you can upload it? Yeah, it's on the island. They've got a website. Yeah. My fault. Yeah, I'm confusing things. So I got a new graphics card, and it's basically, it was the bottleneck before my task manager, like when I was getting slowdowns and stuff, was on. Let's maybe. Let's set it to 4 cores. Still pinned at 100%. Oh no. 51. Okay. Seems a bit better. Set it to 5. Yeah, and the bottleneck previously was the graphics card, but now I've upgraded the graphics card. It's no longer the bottleneck. So let's take some ammunition up. I might be able to fit all this. Question mark. Yes, that's good. And then we'll take the rest of that up. Just in case. We'll take these up as well. Can you use industry units on the island on dynamic cores? It's fucking sick if you can. Cheers, man. Yeah, it's a bit wild, this beard. It needs taming a bit. But I've not had a chance. That's amazing. I'll have to check them out. I used to stream with a camera before, but I've been having PC woes, and I've been at least been able to mitigate some of those right now. Just set my alt off on the island. He's away. Right. Oh, this needs fuel. Has it got fuel on it? It's got fuel on it. We don't need much ammo. Well, I'll check that out. Huh. Just show that quickly. Huh. Little chemical unit. That'd be bigger. That's awesome. So you can just pick up rocks and just make fuel as you go along. That's brilliant. I love that. I'll lower the voxel quality quite a bit. In the hope that it helps with this jittering. I think it has a bit there. Yep, that's awesome. I love that. I will say this about the third verse. The economy is really good. So I've been making stuff and there's shit just selling all the time. So that I like to see. I feel like I'm playing with actual other people, and I'm just worried on the island just at the moment that we won't have that. However, I do like the economy side of the game as well. However, I guess they've got to start somewhere, and if they've got like really nice PvE mechanics and they get some PvP balances, then that'll soon change because more and more people will check it out. Yeah, exactly. It's because it's got the most people on it. So approaching our orange box. Orange and grey box. Not the most glamorous landing. It will do. We made pumpkin pie here, actually. Actually, I need to do that instead. It's foolish. I'm just going to put this in here. Yeah, we need to attach more containers to that. Probably both of these, to be fair. Stick these underneath. Just dump everything in there. Right, what are we doing? I'm still like working on the design this, but I don't really. I want to get onto the PvP ship now. Like, yeah, I can work on this later. We just need somewhere to build it. Let's just extend this out a little bit. I seem to always have daylight here. I don't know whether I've just been lucky, because I do recall it being dark in space. But so far, I always seem to have daylight. Right, this should probably give us enough to work with. More than enough, to be honest, for an M core. And you, that's an S core. Let's just drag a little bit more. It will be a small M core as well. We'll use hardly any of the box size. Yeah, that's okay actually. I'll just move this a little bit. Probably just tie this off. Okay, PvE prototype. So we need... think about the components first, I think. So we'll obviously have the shields. Think about how I want this to look. So, from memory, oh shit, I don't want that. From memory, the best approach for like... So gun pods are back in. What I mean by that is, so you'd put guns and then you put voxel armor around it. So you'd have like, so they're called gun pods. And then you want to space them around. So you don't want them like blocked together. You want to space them out. So that they, you know, if you get hit, it's only going to damage one gun as opposed to cause splash damage on all of them. Which if they were all plonked in the same place, then that would do. Cross section isn't as important as it used to be. Cross section used to be everything. So you would actually want this shield lengthways. Squeeze your guns together, squeeze your engines together at the back, and really have like a pencil look. It's so fucking horrible to build with. Now that is less of an issue, so I'm going to use this as like... And I want to try and encapsulate the shield in the cockpit if I can. Right, and then for the cockpit, we're going to have our Incanal. Quick access. And then on the outer layer, we're going to have the steel. So I'm just going to... we want it to be 4 voxels thick. That's 2. That's 4, I believe. So we just plonk that down. Oh no, that's 3. Should be 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. God, it's ugly, this voxel. Anyway. So we'd have... I mean, we're not going for style awards here. For the inner cockpit, that is. We can do a little bit of work on the outside of it to make it look like not, you know, to give it a bit of appeal. Should have just copied the whole thing there. So we're just scaffolding at the moment, the main cockpit bit. Just making sure it's symmetrical. If I get too carried away. So I'm going to move that shield back a bit because I want it to actually, I don't want it to be too close. We need to leave an air gap here. So let's say this extends out to about there. Okay. What we then do, we need, because we're going to add some steel here. So we need, if we just put a bit of plastic, we then need our steel layer, right? And that steel layer isn't going to write. Why is it doing that? That was way harder than it should have been, but it seemed to want it to extend in there. Oh, did it? Oh, Jesus! Unlucky, man. Did you not break at all? I usually drip. I never usually break on this. It's always like in protest because of how bad it is. So you leave a gap like that, and this needs to happen all the way around cockpit, so that if this steel layer gets, if the shield goes down and they penetrate the steel layer, you're not hitting straight into this necessarily. There's more of a chance to hit more of the surrounding steel first before making its way into your inner layer. Oh, you just got on the chair and exploded. Bad times. Thankfully, the one that was. So actually, are you just stuck in space now? Where do you respawn to when that happens? So anyway, the point being, don't really want this to come out too much, because we need to put this in here, and then we need, you know, guns and all the good stuff around it. So I think that's fine in terms of where we're going to go up to. So we'll just now, in terms of the back, I might have to change this voxel, you know. It's so bad. It's like an affront to your eyes. Oh, you have to fetch the lander. Thankfully, though, on the Isle, you get shit ton of resources, so it's not like it's absolutely killed you. Because that lander was actually quite useful at the start. You could salvage it. Like in the main game, you could salvage it and actually make a semi-decent ship out of it. Right, so there's one thing I just remembered: we haven't got ammo containers. must build ammo containers. So obviously need those. They're not too big, actually. We're going to need fuel tanks for our engines. I haven't decided on our engine makeup yet. But I'd imagine we're probably going to want... I imagine we're going to want 3 fuel tanks. 2 fuel tanks at least. And then you're going to want your gunner chair. And we place our little remote on that. That I didn't bring with me. Okay. But it will have a remote on it. You have your container. And then we'll probably have like a medium basic container. Maybe a small, you know. You don't need a lot. You need scrap. If you're using it for PvP, you need maybe something to... Maybe a large container for loot. Is all you got was 10 mil? Oh yeah. You got 50 when I started on there. On 2 characters as well, you're allowed an alt. And I bought a second MyDU account. I was like, right, I'll do that. Okay. So we've got gunner chair. Ammo containers. 1 medium container. We'll go with 1 medium basic for now. Maybe if you're optimizing, you want like the one that reduces the weight and all that. But for now, I forget the name of that one actually. Put the medium container. This is a big cockpit. Just checking some it. Missions. So if you go to Alien Warfare, select difficulty, Alioth, take mission. So your max ship's mass is 400 tons. Okay, that's on the medium. So we need to bear that in mind, right? And the size of the cockpit is massive around this because we're already at 60 tons. We haven't got engines on there. We haven't got guns. We haven't got ammunition, and we haven't got fuel or all our honeycombing at the moment. 14 tons of honeycomb already. So we have to bear that in mind as we're building this. And Inconel's heavy. Alright, you got 50. Good stuff. So let's get our Inconel box kind of done. filled in at least. And see where that leaves us in terms of weight. Might run out of panel actually. So up to 46 tons, probably just over 50 once we had this. Yeah, 50 tons. And that's just the cockpit. So we now need to add... Let's get our elements in. Because that's going to drive a lot of what we... that's going to give us an idea of how much voxel we're doing. So like surrounding engines, stuff like that, they're just going to be surrounded by steel. I'm going to go with 2 maneuver larges. For PvE, probably don't need too much, but for PvP, I want something that I can at least, you know, take out into PvP and not just be too slow. So the rule I used to have it was a guideline in the old beta meta, voxel beta meta. Right, so this is moving away from pencils where it was just about having no voxel and speed was everything. Was 8 Gs thrust. But really, I'd like to. So long as you're above 8 Gs, that was on an L core. So for a medium core, probably want to be looking at more like 12. 10 to 12. So didn't want to do that. I'll go with that for now. It's going to be. I mean, it also depends what balancing we do on the servers. So I need to make this modular because we may need to add or remove engines depending on what server we're playing on. What you know, what as we get a bit more experience again in the current meta, we may need to alter things. So we need to probably just do engine pods and individual engine pods and individual. Is that not? Strange that didn't let me just move it after I deployed one. Okay, so we've got engines that we're at 136 tons. We now need guns down. I'm going to just take a slice out of here. Have I got gunner? Right, it's cannon's handling's at max. It's cannon capacity. Mediums is at max. Seat capacity for medium is at max. Just need to get all them trained up. Okay. So we need to put a radar in. I can't remember off the top of my head. Is it 6 guns on a medium chair? Four for now. See what capacity we're at. Don't worry, they're not staying there then. Yeah. And we're at full cap there. Okay, 211 tons. But we don't have ammunition in. We don't have fuel. Let's fill her up. I don't have any fuel up here. I'm doing this. That might not be enough fuel tanks for this ship, but to see, it was okay for freights. 2 would have been more than enough, but not using freights. Ships with more than 2 weapons linked to a seat will only work 2 weapons part of rebalance. So you can only have 2 weapons per seat? Is that on the island rebalance? That's interesting. It's a strange change, that. Kind of feels to me like that would encourage multi-crewing. don't know how I feel about that. Multi-crewing is fun to a degree, but it's always best when people can fly their own ships. Because it's a good way to start repairing or just gunning, admittedly, but there's not much to it really once. It's more to get you used to what's going on and things that can happen, get used to some of the mechanics easily. But just sitting there and gunning is not. After you've done it once or twice, you're kind of like, right, I want to fly now. I want to fly and gun, because you can do both quite easily. That's my personal view, obviously, but. So 232 tons. We haven't got ammunition in here. We really need to get. Let's just see if there's any ammo containers for sale. There is some. Okay, so we could buy some. At least check our weight. We need to start making them. Yeah, in fact, let's buy them. I'm gonna go grab them. We need to do that for the purpose of. I think I only need. I'll get 6. I'll get 1 for each gun, but I don't think I need that many. I'll check that out. I've not read any. I've not followed any of the Discord. I'm terrible for reading things like that. I mean, I spend all day reading emails and Teams chats at work, and I just. Last thing I want to do is go around reading loads of Discord channels and Signal messages, WhatsApps. It's just constant. It feels like. I need to get some fuel in. But no, I'll have a read up on it. Oh, do that. Sounds like there's some important info on there. Get these ammunition boxes. Actually, I'm going to take myself in. Not going to autopilot. It's cool, I can recognise where I am. I'm about there on the map where the little arrow points to. About here, I think. Or maybe here. Braking distance is 48 kilometers. I'm not there. I thought that's where the market was. My bad. Need to redirect. I'm about here, I think. Or here. One of the two. I think you're about here, Braveheart, and I'm a bit further down. If my sense of direction's correct. Which is probably not. Oh, I need to sort out this performance issue though. Come on. Lift. I need some lift. Completely balls that up. The end here. Sense of direction of a boomerang. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so bad here. Just checking my task manager. CPU's just maxed again. Down to 4. It definitely makes it worse. Oh, I need gone, right. It's a bit better now. I think it almost feels like it's when it's coming to somewhere and there's a lot of voxels to load, it just shits itself a bit. My PC, and then the unfortunate thing about that is I just think it's a new overborn CPU time as well as a graphics card upgrade. And I'm like, also, you get to that point where you're like, well, I might as well I need a new case. My case is about this case, right? I bought this case to build a PC to mine Bitcoin in 2011. That's how old it is. I sold the Bitcoins before they're worth anything, before anyone asks. Old case. So I could do a new case. And then it's like, should I get a new PSU as well? New memory? Before you know it, you've dropped a lot of money on an entire new rig. And the family's not going on holiday next year. You know? Which we don't want. We don't want that. I'm just going to go back to my factory and get a bit more fuel. I'm also a bit light on fuel up there. See, my worry is how I stream when I'm actually if PvP's like causes a lot of demand on the system. I wonder how that'll impact with streaming. My PSU, it's an 850 watt EVGA. It's about 5-year-old, and I didn't need to upgrade it for the new graphics card. I did need to buy a new modular pin for the PCIe. It came the other day, and I was like, it has 2 connectors for PCIe. I only had one, my last one. But thankfully, my PSU is modular, so I just got another cable for a couple of quid. There we go. Save me. I thought, all right, wicked. I don't need to upgrade the PSU either, because I was thinking about that. But if this is struggling now doing this, then I say struggling. It's just like this feels worse than with the old graphics card, and this is a 4070. Super, whereas the old one's is 5700 XT. But I just wonder whether, because the graphics card was the bottleneck on the other one, that it just behaves slightly differently. And now when I'm streaming, the CPU is the bottleneck. It's a different part of the system that's struggling. So therefore, it manifests itself in a different way. But I have dropped the box quality right down. It just makes flying really hard though. It just jumps around, but at the worst time when you come to land somewhere. Oh, Braveheart. Yeah. Yeah, I had a few hundred as well, which would have been worth a lot today's money. Yeah, but we'll not go there. We'll not dwell on that subject. Get fuel. Zonk all that. Add the gun, right? While we're here, we'll start making ammunition. They're basic assembly line Ls. I'll have a play around with it, see how we're getting on. It's a shame that, because when I was playing it before, I set it to like max settings and wasn't streaming, and I was just playing around, and it was like it ran so it was perfect. I was like, oh my god, this is totally different. And I was really excited about stream. I was like, oh, I'll be able to stream. It'll not be sluggish. And I've come to stream, and it's just, yeah, it's not what I wanted. Right, basic assembly. Assembly line L. Don't think I have one of those in my. We have an M, but not an L. Let's grab an L. Maintain 10 of these. Again, we'll link it to our ammo and weapons container. Sorry, weapons and radar. Yeah, sure, Muttley. Which one, by the way, which ones did you want? Because I've only got, at the moment, I've only got the normal ones, actually. It's not the legacy ones. Was it the did you want to scan mega nodes, or did you want to scan tiles that give you passive, or like with the mining units? Basic screws. Basic hydraulics. And basic standard frame large. And manufacturing. Yeah, definitely. Do you want to head on over? Do you need me to deliver them? What's easiest? I can swing by on the way back to my station if you want. Okay, you're going to come to me. Okay. Cool. Right, so I've got the remote controls. Was there anything else that was missing up there? Don't think so. Actually, I'm good. Actually, I don't actually have the remote controls. I haven't put them in my cargo yet. Actually, I'm just going to take a 2-second bio myself. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. Cool, we timed that well. Get plugged in. Right, putting that down. Oh, I've just put my hoodie on because I'm a bit chipper. And, I mean, it's cold. And, it stinks of smoke. Because we're at barbecue, not barbecue, bonfire. Although they were barbecuing. Smoke there, coming in. Let's get... You wanted two of them, didn't you? Oh. It's a big boy. Let me just check my nerd sheet. See how much it costs to make, so I don't rip you off. I think they're about 1.8 to make each. Zoom in a bit. Oh, the 1.6 mil. No, you don't have to do that, man. 3.5. 3.5. Where you at? There you are. Typical, I'm bartering you down. That's why I have no money in real life. It's kind of... I mean, I'm doing... I'm making loads of money selling on the market. So... Oh, the spreadsheet's still up. Thank you for reminding me. There's an there's something in OBS where you can do like automated detection of things. So if I do that, an alt tab, it knows which screen I'm on. Sort that shit out. Okay. Light shit, man. That looks like... Did you manage to haul your... Yeah, I got the monies. No, I mean in terms of elements though. Are these basics? Basics at the moment. Did you manage to get your quartz node mined and delivered? Nice. Yeah, rear end. Block out the sun. Yep. Yeah, I did. Oh, you haven't mined it. Natron. Let's have a look. See, I think I do actually. I won't say no if you want to sell some. Oh, you don't have to give it. I'll give you a quantifer, man. A ton. I'll give you like 75 per unit. That's a good deal for me. 75 per unit, because I'd have to go to Haven to get it that cheap. If I wanted it here on Alioth, I'd have to pay 86. So 75 is good for me. You're doing me a favour there. I'll take 50k off you. Have you got it on you? Oh, is it on? Is it for sale there? Okay. I'll wait for you to come back. There's plenty. I can do some voxel stuff here. Sort this out now. Oh, actually, yeah, that was the other thing. Command chairs. I want to make them. Command seat controller, basic component, basic. Yeah, okay. So it's basic assembly line S. They found a mega node of natron or quartz. Basic components. Basic processor. Control system. Basic standard frame S. I never understood what navigator chairs did. Like, I don't think you can pilot the ship in them. Give you the eye. Aye, aye, Captain. Is that what you meant? Oh, Flight of the Navigator. I do remember. I don't remember it fully. I've not seen it in so long. It's that kid, isn't it? And he goes into space and that. It's been so long since I've seen that though, so I don't remember it in that much detail. I'm gonna build some navigator chairs though, because they look alright to put in for the RP on the scanner ship. That can go furniture. So we need polycarbonate plastic. Some fixations. And a basic standing frame S. Cheers, by the way, folks. A cheeky gin and tea. Right, they're building. So I'll stick a chair there and there, and then a command chair further back here. And put some keyboards and some screen there or something maybe. Don't know. Now with this. Glass window. I need to access the problem with doing this is that's the thing with glass, it's an actual element, so it's a fucking nightmare to work with. Oh, you're too kind, monthly. I think I'm a bit low on pyrite actually as well. You sure you don't want anything for it? I think it's 50k natron at 75. Was that right? 3.75 mil. Lee. Oh, still waiting for him. That's strange. Oh, I really appreciate that, man. Nice. Worst deal ever. Really? Why do you say that, game? Barter over 200 H for less than... What's that? I wonder how it works that out. It obviously values natron less than I do. That's a good deal. Get a load of pyrite for free. What is Ophelia now? I'll come back. One sec. Oh, you already give me some natron. Oh, dude. That's a lot. You don't want some dollar rouge for it. Thanks, man. It's gonna sort me out. I'm gonna be fucking swimming in natron now. Yeah, Muttley just got rinsed on that deal, but I got the achievement worst deal ever. Anyhow, nice one, Muttley. That will keep the machines happy for a bit. It all goes to good use eventually. Right, cheerio, man. I'm gonna head off up to the space station now. I'll come back to PvP shit. Yeah, we've got everything we need there. Let's go to space station. I can just autopilot to it, because it takes you within 5k. So unless your station is bigger than 5k in its central core. Oh, that's my coordinate to my that's my coordinates to my space station if you're ever interested in Muttley. Just accidentally sent you. But unless your station's over 5k, or the bookmark is, you know, that you go into, you shouldn't actually hit your station. Right, so we can get these ammo containers in, then we can get ammo in the ship and have a feel for where we are weight-wise. I think we're okay at the moment. But in saying that, I'm just thinking, if we build 6 individual gun pods, they're going to have to be... The question then becomes, do you put... do we wrap those in Inconel as well? Or do we just leave them as steel? Because if we do Inconel, we could just do Inconel on its own. Do Inconel and steel with an air gap, which would be like fucking OTT. I think we'd be way over still, overweight if we do that, and then, or we could just do it with steel. We could actually, for PvE missions, the last time I didn't do any gun pods. But you probably want them for PvP. Right, let's get these added to our build container. Ah, shit. Let's just put 3 ammo containers down for now. Oh shit. Do you need me to come down and get some? Give me some. I can be down there fairly quickly. Colbeckite, not on Sakari. Are you sorted now? Because if you're not, I can be there in like 2 minutes. Is it supposed to be on Sakari? Oh, that's Simeon doing. Okay. Yeah, you have to. You can only get it out of passive scans or passive mining. I'm probably mostly going to use heavy. That's too much, isn't it? 1,000. So we'll just go with heavy for now. No, tell him I isn't. So at 331 tons. Was it 400 tons, I think, for the missions? 400 tons. Oof. I think we're a bit close there. No scrapping either. We're a bit close because the steel's gonna be heavy. So if we just did move them up out of the way while we do this. And the way I like to do the gapping, I will move off. Ammo. I think they're working on a script to see Talamai on here. I know Leniver was testing it. Sorry, they were going to put it in the last set of changes they did, but they backed it out because they didn't have time to do enough testing, I think. Right, so the way I like to do my gaps is 4, right? Oh, it's so annoying that. Got to be really careful I don't replace the cockpit inconel with plastic. That is a surefire way to how to get killed. Because you can bet you'll get in a fight, and well, actually you probably won't get in a fight on this server, but the NPCs might get through your shield, and then the first shot that gets through your steel goes straight through your plastic and into your cockpit and blow you up. Probably. Would be, with my luck at least. Right, so we've got all our gaps. Switch to our actual voxel. I'm going to use again. I'm just doing this box, doing a box at the moment because I'm looking to establish roughly what I'm using weight wise. Why is that? Up there. Ah, bloody hell. Cling film armor, yeah, exactly. You'd be knackered. And you can just take out the gap bit. Yeah. So you're happy with it. And we've got our gap. 4 voxels across. It is important as well that you remove the plastic that's creating the gap, because then you won't actually have a gap. You'll have voxel connected, and then that could mean that your inconel gets hit earlier than it needs to. Because really, I mean, especially for PvE, you're going to be venting. It's just a fact of life, and you're going to need a repair unit. You're going to have to replace some of that steel. Really, you don't want to be replacing inconel. That's really just there to make sure you don't get embarrassed. You could probably do all this with just steel, to be honest. But in PvP, your inconels, your steel may get hit. Your inconel, you may run into it, but you want inconel there because you want to be able to take a bit of a beating. So there's an argument you could do this ship for PvE just using steel. And you leave the inconel just a PvP variant of the ship. It's an interesting choice of location, that, actually, Braveheart. What made you choose Talamai? That's actually where a lot of PvP is settled on live. Was it Tioma? It might have been Tioma, actually, I'm thinking of, because it was near the alien core. Actually, no, it was Talamai. It was Talamai. It's near the first. They only released one alien core for ages. It was the one for warp beacons. Which is the one everyone wanted. It was close. Fair enough. I think they're all closer, aren't they, on the island, though? Everything's pretty close now, which is nice. So I think I should be able to, once this is done, I'll just, and I've done a test flight or two, and done the missions, just done some test missions here, just to make sure she's operationally fit for purpose. We'll get it exported out on the island. and we can hit up the the NPCs that they've put in. I'll give you how about I give you guys a blueprint as well. If you fancy, if you want to try out that kind of stuff that they're working on, because I imagine it's still in the early stages. From what I did read on the Discord about that stuff, still testing stuff out and that, and trying new things. So it'd be cool to help test them, really. What else? And it'd make for an interesting stream, I'd imagine. So they've got NPCs that roam around, don't they? Which I really like. And I'll probably get ganked by Toby-Wan Kenobi. Testing them out, which will be even more interesting. Well, I had an idea. I put it on the island's idea channel, but it was to have an NPC convoy. So, like, basically, you'd have like a few PvP ships. Sorry, not PvP ships. A few like, you know, ships with weapons, and then maybe one NPC ship could have weapons as well. Actually. It just has some fat loot on it, and I think you want to broadcast the location of this as well, so everyone can see where they are. But they move, you know, around planets and stuff like that outside of the safe zone, so you can go and get it for the fat loot. But what will probably you should have a limited number of them as well up at any one time. Ideally one, to be honest with you. And so you have some NPCs that you got to kill, and they should be, maybe they should even demand that you can't like solo it, so a single L core couldn't take out the convoy. You'd need a couple, and so people go to get the fat loot, but then other people might go at the same time, or intentionally go thinking they'll run into someone else as well, and you'll get something called organic PvP, which is like, oh shit, we're under attack. But because both parties have gone there to destroy something, it shouldn't be a case of like just someone ganking. It should be, you know, some actual the people maybe get ambushed, have some capability to shoot back, and are not completely unprepared for PvP because, you know, theoretically their ships are configured to blow other ships up because that's what they went there to do. And you avoid the scenario which we saw a lot in DU in the early days. Well, still see it, where people who don't want a PvP get unintentionally caught up in it, and they whine a lot about it. Which I actually think, you know, I don't. For me personally, it doesn't. It's sad to see someone get upset about a game and so on. But I guess if they put a lot of time into it and they weren't aware, then I can sort of understand the frustration. But anyway, the point is, you get organic PvP or oh shit moments, which really is what makes these games enjoyable. 419 tons. Shit, we're over. We're over the 400 tons. God damn it. So we're using too much. Too much armor. And that's only with 4 engines. We're below the 8 Gs that I wanted. We haven't got adjusters on there or brakes, which will slow us down even further and increase our weight. So, what I'm surmising from this little exercise is that our cockpit's too big. So it took us a while to get to that point, but there's no point going any further and then being like, oh, we can't fucking do the mission. We haven't even got a warp drive on here or anything, so there's a couple of things we could do. We could maybe reduce the amount of ammo we're carrying, but this should actually tell us how much of that mass is coming from ammunition. I don't think it does actually. We have 31.4 million CCS, which is pretty good. It's okay anyway. It means that it would take a beating. The majority of the weight is coming from elements, which, yeah, I would expect. But given the fact that we're below the 8Gs that I would like, we can't. If we start looking at what elements would we take off to impact this weight, it would be engines. You're not going to take guns off because you don't want to reduce your DPS, because you won't finish your medium missions in time. So really, we'd be looking at. I think we'd be looking at reducing honeycomb. Question is, by how much? Right, so let's go down the middle. Zonk. So we could bring this in a little bit, for sure. We haven't totally optimized our space in here. So we can move that to there. Bring that in. Can't really do anything about width. Are they on the island or the third verse? So let's move this along. So that would mean we could cut off to about here. No, let's go as much as possible. Let's have a quick check of the time. 1 AM. Got my son's rugby in the morning. Can't be too late out of bed. Oh god, was that missing completely last time? So we didn't even have all the voxel in. I think we're going to be way over still. Right, let's take that. Let's copy paste it. Four or one. God damn it! And that's no room for any engine pods or gun pods. I think that's as small as I could make it. Okay, thinking of options here. I can make the outer layer like 3 voxels of steel as opposed to 4, or maybe 2. I don't like that idea though. I I don't think we have much choice. The other thing I do, I could move the shield out of the inner cockpit protection zone. Because I haven't I haven't done any. See, I need to wrap my engines in voxel. Likewise, well, maybe not the guns, but certainly the engines should have some shielding on them, because if you're trying to run away, right, your engines are going to be facing the enemy, at least for a proportion of the time. You could do something clever where, you know, if you knew the back wasn't armored, you get up to max speed and then you turn and face the enemy, and then that way your engines are shielded. They do have some. They usually have quite a bit. Certainly the militaries, I think, have quite a bit more. I don't know, they have the same hit points as the maneuvers on here. They used to have more hit points. Vanilla, if I remember correctly. But anyway, they do have quite a bit of hit points, so they don't die straight away. But you know, if you're getting chased by a couple of ships, they would, and then you're in real trouble if your engines go down and you haven't got repair crews. I think what we'll do, take a layer of steel off. So that's the top. Do it on the bottom. This side. So if I was just doing this for PvP, I wouldn't be doing this. I would be leaving all that voxel on. So it's just to meet the requirements for the PvE that we're doing this. Back probably has. Knock 2 off the back. Okay. Three, two, one. That's with only half the voxel that we need. Try that with the $359. Okay, it's better. That's fully fueled, fully ammoed. Not much, no scrap in the cargo, but doesn't matter too much. Scrap's not gonna get near that. So we have 41 tons to work with. Engine pods. I'm just doing something really lazy to get an idea of if this is going to work for now. In terms of weight. What's wrong? So it's looking. Getting to that time of night where my brain can't talk and voxel at the same time. Usually happens about this time. You just get so lost in it. Just want to finish this pod. And oh, sorry, 1 second. Hey, sorry. Get this pod finished, or like the outline of it. We can work on this, making it pretty after. Then we can copy 4 of them, see where we are weight wise from following that. We're at 362, so we've used 3 tons so far, so I am hopeful we're pretty much gonna be on the money. This guess we can do that for you as well. It's important to fill in these bits though. Just to make sure it's properly armoured. I've done that on this side, I have, yeah. There's more when you're building a PvP ship or a ship that's going to get shot at, because it's not necessary for PvP. This you do have to factor in what's happening with all the voxels, not just those voxels that you can see. Here, for example, leaving some gaps. I shouldn't really be doing that. I should be filling in here. Okay, so I can copy that now. To that side, and then I can copy. Let's get a proper copy of that. I can copy the whole layer to the other the corners, the other sides, I should say. So I can take top layer. Right, an engine pod. And it came to 4 tons each. That's fine. Just move these away a bit. I more or less made something similar to this last year on live when they brought out the PvE missions. I was a little late to the party. I think everyone had done them to death by the time I did it. I'd been away I wasn't playing the game. when they got released originally. Just make sure we've copied everything. Let's say we're still just checking on what's feasible in terms of weight. This is not how the ship's going to finally look. This is not where all the elements are going to fit. So yeah, we're just, before we get too far down the line, we want to see what is possible. To be honest, I could just probably just paste these anywhere. So 376. It's okay. I think that's fine. .58 Gs. We're above 8 Gs, which is what I said. Kind of artificial limit that I imposed on myself. Not artificial, because that's what we found was worked for us in. Well, no, actually, I said for an M core I should probably be up at more like 10 Gs. We'll go with this for now. It's PvE ultimately. It does. I do wonder whether or not I could spend a bit more voxel on some, or maybe I could make some rudimentary pod. You know, something that just didn't take up much voxel. Let's just say roughly it used the equivalent of not really. As I was saying earlier, probably just take off half of it so I can show, because this is how it's best visualized. So this inner layer, this is our protective cockpit, and you basically, when shit's getting in here, you're in trouble. You're gonna die. If they're getting through to this layer, you're in trouble. You don't really. This is like you only want to start taking damage in here, or significant amount of damage, at least, when you've decided to disengage and you're trying to get away. This is designed to keep you alive long enough to do that. The layer outside of it, obviously, you've got the shield, so most of the damage should be going to your shield. However, you will need to vent, especially on the PvE missions. So you've got the steel layer here. You know, for all the duration of this will probably take a bit of a beating, and you'll have to put it on the maintenance unit to get it repaired. Certainly after a couple of missions. But this will stop you them hitting your inner layer on the inside. By it'll stop them hitting the inner layer at least. And the other thing you need a four voxel gap. You need this gap here between the two, so that this layer doesn't get as much damage. Once they're through this, they still end up more often than not hitting more of this other side. If you've got this gap, whereas if these are just connected to each other, when they hit here, they're going to start damaging here straight off the bat. So this will be weaker. In terms of inside here, I actually don't think I can. There is a bit of room there that I could maybe I could maybe like move the fuel tanks a bit closer in. I can't make it any from this direction anyway, side to side, shall we say, even though there isn't an up, down, side to side in space, but you get what I'm saying. From side to side here, based on the we anchor ourselves to the station at least, because this is the shield, and so I'm set. I have that predetermined, and then this is kind of squeezed as much as, you know, so you can still kind of like get around a little bit. I do have some space here. But this although it's empty because of this width. What I could maybe do is try to get all this here. It's going to be really crammed though. I don't know if I can. Put that there. You're not going to be able to, you're going to really struggle to be able to refuel, I think. Might be able to. We could just have everything on one side, couldn't we? Oh yeah, the other thing as well, though, you don't want to. You shouldn't really sit near fuel tanks, because if they explode, they cause like a splash damage, kill you. So you don't want to be too close to your fuel tanks. So I could super optimize it like that. So perhaps. Yeah, you probably are. When they're here, you're fucked. But you are right. Empty space is additional weight. I mean, some of it is additional weight. This has to be this wide. I suppose it could come in actually. Yeah, it is just like playing Tetris. That's a great analogy. I was always shit at Tetris as well, actually. So yeah, we could do that and then slope it in. Of course. Yeah. Well, you were definitely better than me, because that was a good suggestion. We now have to slope with a gap. It's going to take time, that. This can definitely go. Oh, she's going to be cramped. So you need to make the do, providing you fill all the voxel in. So if you were doing like did like if you're doing that, then you're okay. So then you fill in it all in. Whereas if you just did, not that I do this anyway, but sorry, just trying to get did that, and then did another one like that. So if you just did that and you missed this bit out, yeah, that wouldn't work. No. So this bit here wouldn't be. In fact, this here would be like a gap in your armor. So you need to fill it in. That's not the right slope. Could be lazy and do that. Actually, the whole thing's not the right slope. To be very careful here as well. I must ensure that that is filled in with actual voxel and not stretched. Oh yeah, I remember that. Watching a video on that on Empyrean Galactic Survival. Empyrean Galactic Survival. Assuming that's what you mean by AGS. Yeah, the lag shots. Oh, you don't have that on this though. If I remember correctly, the lag shots were that the game may not have rendered your armor in time. I can't remember why sloped worked, why they used sloped in EGS. That's what I can't recall why they did that. I remember having a discussion about it in this, and it's not the case. Some guys in Atom tested it. Ah, right, so maybe they look... Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe it has less to load. I mean, I absolutely love the this though in DU when it was... That's what I love about the DU is the ability to design PvP ships and thinking about how it's gonna, you know, work out in terms of the mechanics and seeing any edges that you can kind of sneak in there. You know, like he'll push discovering new metas and things like that. I love that side to it. I was just saying I really like the trying to design new ships and new metas in these sort of games where they're actually going to get tested against other people's ideas. You know? It's almost like, do you remember Robot Wars? It's a bit like that. I always felt a bit like that when we were designing PvP ships. That you were competing in some sort of like geek fest. In a good way though. I'm probably stopping making much sense now actually, because I'm really feeling it. Tired now. But I'm making good progress. I just didn't want to quite finish just there. I'm intrigued on what we save on slopes, you see. How much has Muttley's suggestion saved us? Ah, is that what it was? This is the worst voxel to do voxel work in. You know what? That ship's blocking the sun. Still probably not that much better, but... I did deboard a ship again. It's not something I've had to do. Because I've not been in space. Deboard Alt-Y, I thought it was. Still can't see shit. Oh, you're kidding me. Alright, phew. I slipped on. I slipped onto a different voxel. I thought I ran out of the steel voxel. How? I bought 4,000. Actually, could I just copy pasted that in the first instance? Jesus. Probably. For some reason I had it in my head I couldn't do that. Oh, that's not good. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I couldn't do that. I don't think it was actually. I think I could have just done this from the beginning. Never mind. Why is it suddenly starting to interact with but it shouldn't be anywhere near these. The only thing I can think of is I'm also copying maybe some voxels around here because of the angle. Yeah, I am, you see. And they're interacting with it. It's not actually these ones on the outside, which is fine. The main thing is these aren't connected in any way. Should have enough now to copy pasta. Or yeah, I've copied some of the just to be very careful. Damn it. Just measuring where I'm going up to there. Don't worry about how it looks. Just for now. This is we're still recording. We're still collecting information on this build at the moment. Sloping McSlope face. But you're not even that. You're more like Boxy McBox face still. Let's face it. Should we saved a little bit? We saved a little bit. We trimmed some off. So we can definitely, I think, accommodate gun pods. The next step would be to make this. So if you want to like use plastic and stuff on it now, you can start to add decor and stuff like that. You've got your main shell. So I'd say plastic, like a light decorative voxel. And I'd probably I'd be tempted sometimes to like shave these edges off and stuff, but I wouldn't. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the voxel there because they're your armor. You're basically trimming armor off. You know, like if I was to basically take this and make it look a bit prettier by I say bit pretty, it's like not that much, but you know. So if I was to do that, obviously with steel, yeah, I'm effectively. Well, that one isn't too bad actually, because I'm still keeping a voxel. As long as you have a voxel there. Wait, actually, so I could do that. Yeah, any pretty stuff, just do it with plastic on the outside and stuff like that. Right. And I think we're going to call it there because I am absolutely battered. Been crackered. Let's have a quick look on Twitch. We've got Angry Dad. So I'll give him a raid. Keeping the DU torch alight on Twitch tonight. Hopefully. They'll be doing the dome. I always miss that, you know, because of the time it's on. So we'll hit him up with a raid. But thanks everyone for your time, man. Especially Muttley and Braveheart. Thanks guys for following along. We'll give him a raid. Catch you later. 2, 1, and off we go.